And I teach for a living, but public speaking in these types of formats are not my specialty. So I'm really excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much for taking time out to come and to celebrate really something really exciting for our organization. I know it's busy season. It is coming off of Jubilee Days. We've got Frontier Days next week. There's a rodeo happening every day. So the fact that you're here, we really appreciate it because I know it's a peak Wyoming season for us. So thank you. For those I haven't met, and I think I've met everybody in the room, or I know all of you pretty well now at this point, but I'm Victoria Curtis. I have been on the board since December of 2020. Previously as the treasurer, and then for the last several years as the board president, and I even did a small stint last year as interim executive director. And so today is really important to me as we get to celebrate this, because I poured a lot of my heart and soul into this organization, so it means a lot to me that you're here. I want to introduce our staff to you really quick. So if you guys will just give a wave as I say your names. We've got Miss Alexandra Smith right here, Miss Stephanie Anderson, Abigail Wolf, Eric Henderson, and Shaylee Hancock. They've done so much to put this event together, so I just want to make sure you thank them. Thank you. And so next, I just want to take you back a little bit. So picture 1999, 27 years ago. Our organization was born out of a partnership with the Small Business Development Center and the Wyoming Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Assault. And these two organizations looked at the state and said that Wyoming entrepreneurs, especially women, and those historically left out of business ownership deserve real access to capital and resources. And that's it. That's the whole idea. That's how we were born. Cindy remembers. And in 2002, we launched our microloan program, which is really the engine of everything that we do. Loans from $500,000 up to $50,000 for entrepreneurs who couldn't get a yes anywhere else. I work in banking. I see it every single day. In 2006, we became an independent 501c3, which let us build our identity and direction. And in 2009, the SBA designated us as a women's business center for Wyoming. And then for also nearly 2 decades, we operated the Works of Wyoming, which was a retail store that allowed artists from across the state of Wyoming to be able to grow their businesses and showcase their work. And we sunset that program last year and allowed one of our very own to become a first-time small business owner, and she is just thriving in that work now. So today, we serve clients in all 23 counties throughout the state, which is something that we're really proud of. Everything from side hustlers building something sustainable to business owners ready to expand, and everything in between. Our mission has never wavered to empower entrepreneurs, especially women, through counseling, training, microfinance, so that businesses can start, grow, and last. Speaking of lasting impact, I want to bring up Alex, and she is going to talk about a really special number that we're excited to celebrate with you.
Victoria complains she's nervous and then she knocks it out. I'm going to apologize if my voice doesn't project. I only have mom voice, so if it sounds like I'm yelling at you, sorry. As Victoria mentioned, I am the lending director. I've had the privilege of being in that role for about 5 years now. And when I say privilege, I mean I've had the privilege to be able to say yes to a really dynamic group of small business owners that are just chasing a dream. Really passionate, really exciting, some great things there. This year has been a benchmark in many reasons, and I get to kind of announce all of those. It's really exciting to me. So first, this year we have handed more capital to small business owners this year alone than we have ever done in the history of the Second, and perhaps more importantly, we now have the largest portfolio WWBC has ever had. And as the finance director, I'm talking numbers, but what does that actually mean? It means we have the largest group of small business owners we've ever had that we're directly working with in the lending program. And in my completely biased opinion, the most passionate group of small business owners I've worked with. One being the space you're in right now. restructure at all 11 here that was put into the building. And Jackson Laybourne, which
He did. He went to the run and air. He knew.
okay, well, you'll have to tell you how to shout out. You'll have to let me know. But he is just one example of a business owner taking a space that was really underused and really just creating not only a small business, but a focal point for community. And then what Jackson does really well, which Victoria heard me brag about him today, was he passes that on to other small business owners. If you know Jackson, you've already been supported in your own small business some way. And so that's really exciting to see the ripples through him of what we do as well. So, all right. Now, I wish I had a drum roll, but I'm not musically inclined. For one last announcement that has been no less than 24 years in the making, WWDC this past year surpassed $4 million in lifetime money. Now, if you work in commercial lending, 4 million is like, okay, that's pennies. I've seen one deal for 4 million. When you do it on average $20,000 at a time, that's a big number. And so it did not take a slight hand to get there. It was a huge talented team. It's been 24 years of work, and so we're really incredibly proud of that. And so we're looking forward to the next 4 million with a really talented team. Shout out to Stephanie, who does a lot of our one-on-one client work, and Abigail, which if you see how flawless this event went off, it's excellent. And so we're looking to expand that team, and we're really looking forward to the next 4 million. Thank you.
All right, I feel like we need to clap again for 4 million. Like that's so exciting. Because what does that mean, right? So that's businesses started, that's jobs created, that's families whose their lives are completely changed. Those of you that work with entrepreneurs and economic development in Wyoming, we sometimes are the small guys, right? And we have a high penetration of startups and also a high failure rate. And so the fact that people can come to the WWDC and they can get support from people like Alex and Stephanie, one-on-one counseling, it's not just we handed you a loan and said best of luck. It's we are invested in you to the point where we even include it in our underwriting agreements, right? Like it is a part of what we do, and that's why our business owners trust us. Next, I want to pass it over to my right-hand gal, Ms. Kiri Blaney, who is our new board president. She has been my rock for the last year. She's been incredible and has done an incredible amount of work on this next phase as we have something really exciting. I know you guys are like, when are we going to get to the good stuff? The 4 million was the good stuff, but now we've got the really good stuff, and Kiri's going to be the one to share that with you.
Thank you guys so much for being here, and David, who has been an incredible board president. So let's give it up for her again. So thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I am so excited for today, guys. This really has been a true labor of love. It has been an intense year, 6 months for us here at the WWDC, but we are so excited to get to unveil our new brand for you guys. I really wanted to, while I've been serving as the marketing chair and the board vice president, this project has been a group effort from start to finish, and I really want to give some kudos to the people who have made that possible. So we have our talented contractors who have done a lot of work on this. Dakota Hunt and Elizabeth Dillow, who did everything you guys are going to see today. So we're grateful for them. Our dedicated marketing committee, and of course our outstanding outgoing executive director, Shaylee. Give her a round of applause. I would say this has been a great team effort, although there were some arguments along the way. You wouldn't believe the amount of contention that comes from choosing a color palette, especially when you include the color purple.
I hate purple.
She hates purple. That was a big source of contention among us, but we finally got it together. We were able to come together and create a beautiful brand that we're super excited to show you guys. But as Victoria spoke, I really wanted to honor the rich history history of our organization. Obviously, we've been doing this for a long time. There have been so many businesses and real people impacted by this organization throughout the years, and we really want to pay homage to the people and businesses that have come from, our past, while we move forward into this new amazing chapter of our organization. And really the impact that our businesses that we've supported have had on the impact of Wyoming and its communities. While our name is changing, our mission remains the same. And that mission is to empower entrepreneurs, especially women, through counseling, training, microfinance programs that help them start, expand, and sustain micro-businesses throughout Wyoming. So we really remain committed to fostering economic development here in our beautiful state of Wyoming. That is always going to be our focus. Obviously, we talked about the $4 million in total lending, which is amazing, and in large part over the last couple of years due to our wonderful director, Alex, and the work that she has done. So we're really excited about that. And it's really affirmed that our organization is here to stay and here to make an impact for the people and communities that we serve. But at the same time, when we were speaking about this earlier, we wanted to really make sure that we create an inclusive brand that allows the people that need to find us, and to know that our services are here and available for them, so that we can even have greater impact from here on out with the communities that we serve. So while our focus remains on women entrepreneurs, we are an equal opportunity lender. We wanted to make that really clear so that people can find our services that need it. And feel welcome here and find the tools that they need to thrive through microloans, education, one-on-one coaching, which are a huge part of our organization. And we want our clients to know that they're not just another application. They're real people and real businesses that we support and feel connected to and really want to see thrive in whatever it is that they're doing. So with that, it's my great pleasure to introduce our new name to you.
We did not rehearse this.
So here we go.
Our new name is Micro. So, with our new name, Micro, we wanted to make it very clear that we are here for the little guys and gals of Wyoming that are here to serve as entrepreneurs within our community, to foster economic development, make our community stronger, make our entrepreneurs stronger, make their families stronger. And we are really an organization dedicated to microlending, coaching, and education, not only to help people get started, but to really see them succeed. Because Wyoming is a community based on entrepreneurs. We are innovators, we are self-starters, we are the people that are ready to get things done. So we are dedicated to Wyoming and the people that make this place so extraordinary. So again, Wyoming!
Okay, you also should have been in the room when we were talking about names and how often we had to go back and forth on this. It was a process. Color palettes, as a banker, this is why boards are so important. You get to develop and grow and learn new things. I never thought I would be negotiating a color palette, but here we are. And it's beautiful. Wait till you see the website. It is gorgeous. This isn't just a new name on the same old sign either. So this is us stepping fully into who we are. We are a lender and a believer in micro businesses across the state. So we're not interested, like I said earlier, in just handing out capital and walking away. Our model is built around what happens after the loan. So real committed support to help businesses actually thrive and succeed. Moving forward, everything we do falls under 3 basic programs. So again, you see lending, coaching, and community on here. So the first is microloans, paired with coaching, capital, and a real person in your corner. They have real people that they can sit down with and work with every single day. Second is the education, right? So this is the practical hands-on training that entrepreneurs entrepreneurs need, and that they require, they desire that. They're experts at what they do, not always everything else, right? And we're here to be that support along the way. And third, our Wyoming Women's Business Center community. So because our name is evolving to reflect who we serve today, that community and the work we've done to support women entrepreneurs specifically isn't going anywhere. It remains a core part of our programming, and it's nested proudly under the Micro name. So 27 years ago, this organization opened its doors to give women entrepreneurs in Wyoming a real shot. And today, Micro carries out that same conviction into a new era, one that welcomes business owners of every kind in all 23 counties across Wyoming. The name is new, the energy is new, but the mission hasn't moved an inch. Wyoming entrepreneurs deserve real access to capital and real people in their corner. So before we close, I just want to take a quick moment just to recognize our staff in the last year and everything that they've done through onboarding a brand new CRM, launching a new lending platform, because that's really fun to do. Maybe to Alex, that's really fun to do. Expanding into a significant amount of advocacy work through this legislative session, rebuilding business relationships across the state, throwing a rebrand into the middle of it because the board said, why not, let's have a little bit of fun, and creatively expanding access and resources and solutions to problems that our business owners are currently facing. I also want to thank our board, the people in this room, and the ones who came before us for the hours, the hard conversations, and the belief in where this was headed before we even had a name to match it. And to everyone here today, again, thank you so much for being in the room, for believing in us and supporting our work and our mission. We genuinely couldn't do this work without you, and we truly do it together. So, thank you for being here. If you have not used your drink coupon, you need to. Grab a mimosa, grab a drink, continue to mingle. But again, we appreciate your support so much. So, thank you.
This is a good time to remind people that Bio Gives Day is coming up.
That's it. Cindy with the plug. So, Godspeed, Cindy. Cindy was our original board member. She has seen this organization through so much change. But Bio Gives Day is Wednesday. So if you have not considered that, now's your time to, but we would really appreciate your generous support if you would be so inclined. It continues to allow us to do this work to build up our internal loan portfolio so we can help more businesses start and continue with the impactful programming that we have. So thank you, Cindy, for that plug. Any other plugs? Hey.
If I may, I have a little bit of a surprise for the staff that made this come together. Working for a fantastic board, it's really essential to have fantastic people. And as the team existed before I come in, I get to come in at the birth of a new endeavor. And I have special prizes that celebrate to America 250 and YO 250. This is a momentous time in the history of this organization, but it happens because of fantastic personnel who made the last year a record-breaking year. Congratulations to everybody doing that. To our youngest office member, turning your ideas into business gold. I give you a signed copy from Leslie Katz in Laramie, Wyoming, and to the big stick that makes it all happen. Oh my gosh! The lending, a Roman candle with high pop.
Oh, my husband's gonna love this.
And along with all of those great gifts, which celebrate, I think, special moments in the style of America, fireworks packed, the Grande pack for the Leida. Shaylee, thank you for your work and your training in introducing me to the programs. I hope you have great fun with your children and in your endeavors. I wish you every success. Please stay involved in our we won't soon forget you nor let you go. So thank you. And I appreciate everybody for coming. Thank you so much. I couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of the new organization and its new efforts the next 27 years.